What's up, everybody? Welcome to Outback with Chaz. Today, you guys, we're going to be doing 2 St. Louis style ribs. We got the mustard, we got the Outback with Chaz all-purpose season, and we're going to be using some cherries. And what I'm going to be doing with the cherries, I'm going to actually use the cherries as a barbecue sauce. And when I'm done, that's what I'm going to put on one of the slabs of ribs just to see. I might use it as a binder, but I'm going to also try to show you guys me blending it up and going from there. All right, guys, we're going to get this Funtime smoke started. Back in a minute. This is how all the meat look. Here's the St. Louis style. St. Louis style rib tip is here. That's the rib tip, and the spare rib is over there. So now we're going to get ready and blend up the cherries and make our barbecue sauce for that. Back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. And as you can see, I got the cherries in the blender now. I also put a little bit of the Outback with Chaz seasoning in there. That's all I'm going to do, and I'm going to blend it up. And then we're going to pour it into a container so it'll be ready for when I get ready to put it on the meat when the meat is done. All right, guys, back in a minute. All right, everybody, I'm back. I've got the cherries blended up. And I got the Outback with Chaz mixed inside. So we're going to pour this out of the blender into a container, put it up, and we're going to get this Funtime smoke started. Back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. And as you can see, I got the container over there. The blender is clean. And here is the cherries with the Outback with Chaz all-purpose seasoning mixed. And that's what we're going to put on the St. Louis style, one of the St. Louis style ribs. I was going to use it also as a binder, but then I thought about it. If I could have had a little bit more juice, I could have used the juice as a spritzer as well. So with that being said, you guys, we're going to go ahead and season up the meat and get this Funtime smoke started. Back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back, and I'm going to give you somewhat of a look of how I put the mustard and stuff on my meat. So you just rub it in like that. Usually I don't put this much on the bottom, but today I am. And that's good for that one. And here's this one. That's that. So that's how I usually do it with that. So now I'm just going to sprinkle on the Outback with Chaz season and flip them over and repeat the same process, and then we'll be outside at the grill. Back in the minute. All right, guys, I'm back. I know I said that we'd be out at the grill, but instead I want to come back and let you guys see how I put the Outback with Chaz seasoning on, how it applies to it once you get everything there. So I'm gonna do the other one. What you guys think? Don't really have to cover the bottom too much. All right, guys, see you outside. All right, guys, we are now done, and the spare rib is done, the rib tip is done, and the little sample piece right there is done. So now we're going to wrap this up and let it sit in the refrigerator for about 30-40 minutes while we go outside and get the grill lit. So that's how everything's looking, you guys. St. Louis styles are at the bottom, spare rib and rib tip is at the top. And all been done with mustard and Outback with Chaz seasoning. Back in a minute. All right, guys, we're back, and I'm out at the grill now. I was asked to show how I position my coals in the grill. I really don't have no special way of doing it. I just put them in there. If I'm going to offset cook, I mostly stack them towards the right and leave the opening. But today I'm going to just spread them out like you see here. Sometimes you can also spread them back towards the back of the grill, or just stack them in the middle, you know, and cook them that way too. but this is how I go about doing my lighting of the coals. I usually take the grates off and then spread with the lighter fluid. And I know you guys are looking at the aluminum foil. I only got that in there so when the coals do die down and they burn out in their dust, I can just wrap it up in the aluminum foil and toss it away. So that's the only reason the aluminum foil is in there. There's nothing in there for no reason special, just that. But I usually light it, hit it with the lighter fluid. Let it sit for a little bit, and I'll come back out and light it up. I'll move this grate out the way as well, and I'll explain all that once I come back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back, and as you can see, the coals are smoking right now. I got a few that's in the center that are hot, and it's going to spread around. You can hear that sizzle sound. It's probably because I got a little bit of liquid from the lighter fluid still at the bottom, but other than that, it should work out just fine. We're going to go ahead and get this meat out here and get it on the grill and get the Funtime smoke started. Back in a minute. Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Outback with Chaz. Today, you guys, we're going to be doing some cherry barbecue St. Louis style ribs along with a spare rib and rib tip. So with that being said, you guys, I want to thank God for waking me, blessing me, keeping me in my right mind, giving me my health and strength to bring you guys another Funtime smoke. So with that being said, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get the meat, bring it out. The grill is lit, and we're going to come out and get this Funtime smoke started. All right, back in a minute. All right, guys, we're back. We're going to take a look at the meat. I got it on the grill now. The grill is right at about 200. It's almost at 200. We're trying to get it up to at least 250, but we're going to let it keep cooking nice and slow. But this is how it's positioned on the grill. As you can see, rib tip, spare rib, and then it's over here, and the two St. Louis style ribs are in the middle, and that little sample is right there. So this is just getting on the grill, you guys. As you can hear, it's cooking. So we're gonna go ahead and continue this Funtime smoke, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Back in a minute. All right, guys, we're back, and we're gonna check on the meat now before we flip it, see how it's doing. Let some of this smoke clear. Looking good, guys. Looking good. Got a little flame under there. So I can expect to have a little bit more of a char underneath the meat, but hey, that's okay. It's not gonna stop this Funtime smoke today. All right, so this is how it's looking so far. We're gonna get ready to flip it over and get the top side browned. Back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. And I flipped the meat over. So what you guys think? I told you I would have a little bit of a char under there because of the fire that was there. But other than that, you guys, these are turning out really good. You're starting to see where the bones are starting to draw back a little bit on the ribs, as you can see there. You see on this one, as you can see, like the burnt tips of the bone. But other than that, you guys, hey, this is a good Funtime smoke today. Cherry St. Louis style barbecue ribs. Can't wait to put that cherry on this rib and see how it turns out. All right, guys, back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. And we're gonna check on the meat. Look at the color of it, you guys. Look at the color of it. You got that little charred look to it, but hey, that's okay. I told you guys, that's all due to the flame. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Look at that bone drawback that it's starting to get. All right, guys, I just wanted to come back and let you guys see. We having fun out here with this Funtime smoke. Back in a minute, guys, we're back. And it has been an hour since we've had the ribs on. So we're gonna go ahead and check and see how our tenderness is. Let's start here with one of the St. Louis styles. What do y'all think about that, guys? Pretty tender. It's the spare rib. That's the spare rib. The rib tip really can't really tell you. It's just gonna flop over anyway. So, but that's how the rib tip is looking. And it's the other St. Louis style right here. Try to get a good enough picture, guys. Trying to hold it and do this too. But you see it's bent down. So these are pretty much done, you guys. But I'm gonna let them sit a little bit longer. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the cherry sauce that I put it together and bring that out and put it on the St. Louis style rib and see how it turns out. All right, guys, back in a minute. Guys, I'm back, and as you can see, I've wrapped up the other ribs over here. The rib tip is up top. The other St. Louis style is over there, and we got the spare rib right here. But we got one St. Louis style rib out, and that's the one I'm going to apply the sauce to, and we're going to see how it tastes. Back in a minute. All right, we're back, and we got the sauce. So we're going to go ahead and see about putting this on there and see how it tastes to it. Man, that look good, y'all. Putting it on just like it's barbecue sauce. Using these cherries, you guys. All right, we're gonna flip it over and put some to the top. And let's see what it do. Not bad, you guys. It's smelling good out here. It's smelling real good. I'm gonna move this a little bit off of the fire as well, because I don't want it to get too much of a char to it. I want to really see it to put a glaze on these ribs. I hope you guys can see that. I'm trying to stay out of some of this smoke, but I'm also trying to put enough on there that I got a good coat on the ribs. All right, what y'all think? Think that's good enough? Nah, I think that's just right. All right. So there you have it, you guys. Got the cherry on there. That's looking good. Back in a minute. All right, you guys, I'm back, and as you can see, I've taken the meat out of the wrap, the butcher's wrap paper. So we're gonna see how the tenderness is on them. You can see the drawback on the bone. Let's see if it flops over like it's supposed to. As you can see, I'm gonna move it back a little, bring it down. You guys can see that mug is tender. It's flopped over really good, guys. St. Louis style. Look at that tear right there. It's starting to tear. Look up there by that bone. And also the rib tip is there. But here is what I came to show you guys. The cherry St. Louis style barbecue rib. Look at the color on that rib, you guys. Look at the color. I didn't cut all of it up, but I cut up most of it just so you guys can see that. So I'm gonna flip the camera around so I can taste test it and let you guys. I'm back, and I'm gonna go ahead and taste some of the cherry St. Louis style rib that I did today. Got a piece right here. Pulled it right off the bone, y'all. This is fire. This is straight fire. It's hot, but it's fire. Yeah, it's good, guys. Let me finish eating this and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. And I can go ahead and close out the video. I just couldn't talk. I had so much. That was just too good. I couldn't even talk. But hey, I told y'all I'll be having fun out here with this Funtime smoke. But with that being said, I'm going to have to close out this video the right way. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button, that share button, and the subscribe button. Turn on all post notifications. Remember to follow me on Instagram without Back with Chaz, TikTok without Back with Chaz. And I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to the channel, dropping the comments, and also supporting me throughout my journey. So T-Dog, I hope that helped you out today. You had dropped a comment and asked if I could show a little bit more detail of some things that I do. I hope that I help you out with that in the best way that I know how. All right, with that being said, I appreciate you all, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later, guys.